Hello everyone, and welcome to another beer review. Now, today we're on a bitter, apparently a refreshingly balanced bitter, so it says. So today we're doing 6X Original Ale. There you go, Original Ale. And it's 4.3%, it's a 500ml bottle. I'm sure I actually got this in Asda, and I'm sure it's roughly about, most of them were £2.25, but I think you were getting a 4 for 3 kind of discount, so I'm not exactly sure, but I think it's a case as though with the 4 for 3 it drops it down to below £2 anyway, but if you buy it as an individual bottle, then yes, it's going to cost you around about £2.25. But I'll put all the kind of facts in below, as you know. Any spiel on the back? 6X, the Wadworth original. Brewed to celebrate Wadworth's original Cooper Ridge Morris, the man who gave 6X his name. The timeless amber-hued ale is malty and fruity on the nose with a balancing hoppy note, distinctively full-bodied and eminently drinkable. And that's really it. Just says contains barley. Nothing else. Apparently Reg Morris gave it its name. The man who gave 6X his name. I wonder what he was thinking about 6X. I'm saying nothing. Right. Look, it's made an appearance again. Managed to kind of get it from the youngest boy's grasp. They're over in Russia just now, so I managed to get my thing back. My bottle opener, the wee sheep. Adrian's been missing this actually because he comes round and he's getting, where's the sheep one going? The youngest boy, he's commandeered and he's nicked it. What the hell is that? That's a big hair. It's not even mine. It's lovely. So yeah, let's pour this and see what we get. See what we get for our money. The problem is malty, fruity, okay, fine, but no real mention of bitterness. I'm always kind of worried when they describe a bitter. We don't actually mention the word bitter or bitterness when they're describing it, and you're thinking fruity, malty. It's the bitter part of it. So I get worried. So, what does it smell of? Not much right now. Am I getting from the bottle? No, it's just maybe a little hint of grain, but not really any. No hoppy smells, no hoppy aromas, no malt aromas, nothing really. It's kind of lacking. Yeah, not much at all, which is unfortunate. For the people of the podcast, it's a nice kind of copper colour. Or dark amber, whatever you want to see. It is kind of copper colour. Head-wise, well, let's just say not really. It's probably the best way of putting it. Head. So, let's see what it tastes like. Oh. Now, I'm starting to understand why they didn't really mention bitterness, even though it's supposed to be a bitter. Refreshingly balanced bitter, crafted in Wiltshire. Only problem is, there's no bitterness. I mean, seriously. How can you have a bitter, but with no bitterness? I mean, it's like, you know what I mean? It's like, it just doesn't work, does it? It's like turning and saying, oh yes, this is a golden nail. What's the colour of stout? You know, it's like, what the fuck's the golden bit there? It just doesn't make sense. Why would you call something that it isn't? So yes, it's the bitter without the bitter. So what is it then? Well, a non-bitter would be the kind of terminology. Or any other type of bloody beer that doesn't contain the word bitter. Seriously, for fuck's sake. I never go into these reviews looking to swear. And I usually try and avoid it. Surprisingly enough, I actually do try and avoid it, but it doesn't take long. Now you read some sort of bollocks in the back and you think, or they claim it's something it's not. This one being a good example. And you think, fuckers. Or you taste it and you think, seriously? Fuckers. You know, and it's like, it's unbelievable, seriously. Reg Morris. Well, thank God he's a keeper then, eh? Thank God he's fucking about the barrels and not the actual beer. But yeah, there's a bit of malt there. It's quite uneventful, quite kind of slightly bland and uninteresting. It's... But I'd also say it's not got the best body in the world either. Fruitiness? No. I'm not really getting big malt and I'm not really getting hoppy fruits and that. Maybe get a slight bitterness, and I mean slight, at the back end, but overall, it's just lacking. It's just like, you know, meh. Kind of bland, you know. Bland and uninteresting is the first kind of words that come to mind to describe this, and you're thinking, oh God. I was actually looking forward to this. I thought, oh, a refreshing balanced bitter. Music to my ears. Music to my ears. Again, of course, I'm guilty of believing what's on the label. But what else can you do, really? Unless you know, you've got to put a little bit of trust in it. But as usual, which is quite often in the beer world, is that you put your trust in what's written on the label, whether the front or the back. And you usually basically end up regretting, because sure enough, they let you down. And yeah, just hit you with a load of bollocks. Which is what we've been hit with, is just a load of bollocks. Yeah. The pint doesn't look interesting, the pint doesn't look inviting in any way, shape or form. It just looks, well, it looks like it's not long for this earth, to be totally honest. And that's what it feels like when you're drinking. You're thinking, you know, if you're in a pub and you got this poured as your first pint and you're sitting and you just had this amount out it, and then people are chatting away at the table and things like that, and you know what's going through your head? What am I going to have next? Because it's not going to be another pint of this. That's what you're thinking. You know, people are, oh, did you see the football last night? And I think, fuck the football. What else can I drink? Because I didn't drink this all night. That's what be going through my mind. And I can assure you, another glass of this would not be purchased. Well, not for myself, but I might buy it for some other poor bugger, but not for me. And yeah, that's what you feel like, you think. Seriously. Loads of shit. Yeah. I'm not even getting acclimatised to it. It's not like improving in any way. It's just staying very, very the same. I mean, it's consistent. From the first mouthful to this one, it's like consistently bad. It's just like... So let's quickly break down the flavours so I don't have to drink so much of this and get the rest of it down the sink, because that's where it's going. It's just... Oh God. Right. Starts off with very little malt at the front end. Quite surprising for this type of beer. It just doesn't have malt. There's no real sweetness there. So there's no kind of, you know, syrupy tones of golden syrup or toffee or none of that. A slightly kind of watery, kind of malty, grainy kind of feel to it. A step up from wort, but without the sweetness. That's what it feels like. But again, not malty. It's like kind of a watered down, kind of slightly fermented wort. Just lacking. It's lacking in flavour, lacking body, just lacking. Moves up to the mid-tongue, and it's just very much a repeat of the front of the mouth. Just nothing to write home about. Just lacking flavour, bland, uninteresting, no sweetness, no real malt, just a little bit of grain. You get a slight kind of accent flavour, which could be the hops, which they might be referring to as fruity, but it's not really kind of highlighting or going anywhere. It's just, it feels like it's a kind of muffled flavour. It's like, well, there's a kind of flavour there that you can't quite describe and you certainly can't identify. It's like, what's really that? And then it goes off to the kind of back of the mouth and the aftertaste, and just as it moves up the mid-tongue, you just get a slight little hint of bitterness, just a little slight. It's almost a fleeting moment, and then that's it. It just all dissipates, and you're sitting there. You're quite glad it does, because you really feel that I don't really want this in my mouth because it's not really providing any benefit. I get more satisfaction from the air because it has more flavour. Just breathing in air has more flavour than this stuff does. Yeah, but it's sessionable because you can drink it really without noticing it. And yeah, it's just weak and lacking. £2.25 for this shit, seriously. God, they've got a bloody cheek, seriously. And I know people say, oh, but inflation and the cost of raw ingredients, and that's why the prices are like this now. Well, I'll be totally honest, if your beer's that fucking bad and you feel that you actually have to put it over the £2 mark to cover inflation, then cut your losses and just stop making that beer. Seriously, because at the end of the day, you're not helping yourself. You really aren't, because at the end of the day, I think people will be struggling to actually buy this and enjoy this for £1.50 or even £1. So anything for £2, you think, seriously, come on. The problem is, I slag off other beers for being kind of bland, including Guinness and all these type of things, which they are bland. But compared to this, well, they're rich and full body, to be totally honest. So yeah, what would I give it out of 10? Oh, there's a question. Let's be honest, not much. Useful bottle, so it gets a point for that. Can I really give anything for the beer? Oh no, look at it, it's just dead in the water, flavourless rubbish. So no, I can't even give it a point for the beer, so it gets a point for the bottle. That's it, so it's 1 out of 10. Would I recommend it? Would I bollocks? And especially not at £2.25. Seriously. What a load of crap. Yeah, very disappointing. I definitely wouldn't recommend it. Certainly wouldn't be buying it again. I'm actually plenty disappointed to bought it in the first place. Bastards. Well, that's me being conned. Well, the thing is, you only get to call me once, Wadworth Brewery. You only get one chance. And the minute you basically screw me over by basically charging £2.25 for a bottle of piss, and then trust me, one, I certainly won't be getting caught out twice, and two, when I buy anything else, any other product from that brewery, you know, that'll still be in the back of my mind. And I'm looking at it thinking IPA, well, not a big fan of IPA. I prefer bitters a lot better than IPA, and your bloody bitter was basically a joke. So I'll probably say, no, I'll put that at the back of the queue. Maybe if I'm fucking desperate, maybe if hell freezes over, I might buy another one of your products. But it's really like that, unless somebody kind of recommends me one of their products, and I very much doubt I'll be visiting this brewery anytime soon to look at any of their other beers. Seriously, utter bloody tribe. But anyway, it's 1 out of 10, it's 4.3%, it's a 500ml bottle, it's absolutely crap. Thanks for watching, cheers, and bye for now.